Hi everyone. Today I will show you how to start several tasks in NuttX. Let's discuss why we need to use different tasks in our projects. For example, you have a complicated device that has a temperature sensor, LCD display. This device also need to send status packet to control computer. And in this case, sometimes we need to have very strictly determined time slots when we send, for example, status packet to computer. Of course, we can make all our processes, all our functions in one loop. We can execute it by one, step by step. But the problem is if one task will hang, it will result in hang following after her tasks. So that is why we can divide our functions, our procedures into different tasks. Now let's see how we can do that. First, I created task that blink our LED. This is a function called blink, and this code was copied from NuttX documentation from NuttX Apache website. Okay, we have one task. Another task I wrote it by myself. It's just print status packet message into console. This is another function. It will be our second task. It prints this message once a second. We use this as delay function. And another function that we will use is a temperature sensor that acquires data from MAX 6675. And we will also print the value of temperature in our console. And in our main function, we use task create function to create and launch our tasks. First, we specify name of our task. Then next parameter is a priority. It's a priority of our task. If you have tasks that has a higher priority, it will have more prioritized access to memory, to resources of your microcontroller. Then you specify stack size, and then you specify entry point of your task that corresponds to name of function. For example, for this test sensor, it corresponds to name of our function, of our task. Okay. So this function, task create, returns value that became negative if something went wrong. In this case, we will print that error failed to start our task. If there is a table on the NuttX website that describes different variants of errors, and you can see what happened in your code. If this value is not negative, that everything is okay, and we can print that everything is okay. Our task was started. Then we start our second task, blink. Blink, we also specify name of task, priority, stack size, entry point, and sometimes we can specify other parameters, but here we will not do this. That is why we print null. And in the end, we call our last task. Our last task called status packet that will print this message in console and also start it using task create function. This source code I created in examples directory in apps, NuttX apps, and we should see this application in our NuttX shell built-in application. I already compiled this source code and download it to our board. Let's connect to our board. Okay. Now we are inside the NuttX shell. Let's see if our application exists here. Yeah, here's the Termanova. It's the name of our application. Let's start it. Okay, in camera you can see LED, and one of them now will start blink when we start our task. Okay, you can see that LED is blinking, and in serial console we have temperature from our temperature sensor. I will hold it in my hand to see that temperature will grow up. Or you can see, I take it. And once a second, we have a status packet message. And now we have 3 tasks that are working at the same time. That is it for today. Thank you for your attention.